Welcome to the Rugby Report, where we cover all FCC college rugby action. My name is Christian Boussier, and I'm joined here alongside Adam Black. What are we looking at this week?
This week, we're going to be looking at some of the highlights of the Week 2 FCC rugby season.
Our crew headed out to Tallahassee for the second week in a row. This week, they would cover the rivalry matchup between University of Florida and Florida State. Florida State was coming off a loss, while University of Florida was coming off a big win over UCF.
The women would play at 4 o'clock, and the Lady Gators dominated the game at every category. The final score would be 58-0. Here are a few highlights from the game.
As the women's match was winding down, we interviewed several seniors from the University of Florida and asked them a few questions about how they got involved in the game of rugby.
Yeah, my name's Vince Duarte. I've been playing 2 years of rugby now, and we're really excited about the season. We got a lot of new players that came in last year, and we made it all the way to nationals on our 7th squad. So we've really been developing with them a lot, and so we're excited about our team. We got a lot of depth, and really proud of our recruiting team.
Hi, my name is Jorge Leonard. I am a senior, and I went to school in Miami, Florida. I went to Christopher Columbus High School. I've been playing rugby here for a year with UF, and these guys have really taken me under their wing. We have a really strong leadership group here that did really well in recruiting. I've always wanted to play. My dad played for a couple years back here at UF back in the late 80s, so I always wanted to give it a shot.
How you doing? I'm Ryan Duffy. I'm a senior here at UF. I've been playing rugby now for 7 years. I come out of Conestoga High School in Pennsylvania, oldest high school rugby program in the country. I love rugby. I got introduced to it through some football guys my sophomore year of high school, and it gave me a lot of opportunity to continue my physicality throughout the year. The camaraderie is something like I've never experienced before in American sports, and I feel like it's very underappreciated in this society now, and I feel like a lot of Americans would be surprised to the culture and the love that really comes out of a sport like this.
Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Sal Como. I am out of East Ridge High School in Claremont, Florida. No rugby down there, but I did find it once I got up here to UF, and let me tell you, it's one of the greatest experiences I've ever had. You know, I'm so lucky that they found me while just walking through campus and brought me out, because it's the greatest group of guys in the team that I've ever been a part of. I play baseball, football, and nothing comes close to the camaraderie and the brotherhood that comes out of rugby. As you might be able to tell, I'm not as skinny as some of these other guys, but my spot on this team is just as much as important as everyone else. The positions are all so different, and the fact that just about everybody can play if they set your mind to it. It's really valuable. Even though I don't play anymore, I'm always here to support the guys. I'm a treasure for the club, and never miss an opportunity to stand here on the sidelines and be a supporter when I can. So,
hi, my name is Chandra Scarsella. I went to high school in Bhaktivedanta Academy, India. It's an international boarding school. I started UF in 2019, and in 2021, I was walking down Turnington, and I saw the UF rugby. And my father's from Argentina, so I've always known about rugby, but I've never had the chance to play. So I immediately joined the club. Been having a great time for the past couple of years.
As the sun disappeared in the west and the temperatures cooled down to the low 50s, Florida State was heating things up on the pitch. They jumped out to an early lead and never trailed the rest of the way. With just under 4 minutes left in the game, the Gators would cut into the lead of Florida State, bringing the score to 36-26.
Yeah, Adam, it looked like there was going to be a late surge and comeback by the Gators. The Seminoles marched down the field in less than a minute to ice the game with one more try to put the game out of reach, 41-26 with 2 minutes left. We talked to senior Sebastian Tanner from FSU.
After the loss against USF, our heads were down. We had to make sure our rucking technique was in and all that, and we worked hard over those 3 days, hard as hell with our team. I think we bonded even harder, and we came back today. It's UF, it's a big day, and I think we showed up. The second half was a little messy with some penalties, but our performance in the forwards was just phenomenal, and I think we had a great game.
There were two matchups in the south part of the state this weekend. The University of South Florida headed to Boca to square off with Florida Atlantic University. It was the closest match of the weekend, with USF notching out the win 19-18.
Yeah, USF will have their first home game next weekend against the University of North Florida. The Owls of FAU will travel to Central Florida to take on the UCF Knights. Before the game, we had a chance to speak with Michael Tierney, the captain of the Owls.
I think what draws me to rugby personally is the camaraderie. I love being around people. The personal relationships that I make here are what matter, really. I love the sport. I love being able to take my aggression out here and you know, push myself to the limits, but ultimately, you know, being around the guys are one of the best things of the sport. So if you're looking for camaraderie or friends, rugby's a really inclusive sport, and I think it's a great place to come and make friends.
The battle between USF and FIU began with UCF getting on the board first with a try by Jack Collard to put the Knights up 5-0. Spencer Place made the score 10-0 after a try at the 12-minute mark.
Yeah, FIU responded to that with a try by Anthony Gonzalez at the 17 mark, and then DeAndre Jackson scored at the 2 mark, with Sagirdo Kramashi converted to make the score 12-10 for FIU.
From there, UCF went on a bit of a roll. At the 29-minute mark, Tom Coletti scored and Caleb Gertzen made the convert to pull the Knights ahead 17-12. Louis Provost scored a try just before halftime, with Caleb Gertzen making the convert. So UCF was leading 24-12 at the half.
Each week on this show, we try to explain the game of rugby so that you too can understand the game. This week, the head coach of Florida State, Michael Gomez, talked to us about lineouts.
So, like everything that's confusing in rugby, a lineout is just simply a restart, a way to stop, a way to start play after it's stopped. A lineout, or as my mom likes to call it, full contact cheerleading, is basically when, as Americans would say, the ball goes out of bounds, or as rugby players would say, in touch. When a lineout occurs after the ball has crossed the field out of play, the team that did not cause the ball to go out of bounds then gets to throw the ball in.
And there's different strategies, different plays that you run in a lineout. I noticed that you'll throw somebody up in the air. What are the rules and guidelines for throwing somebody up in the air?
Right. So where the ball goes into touch is where we have the mark. From the mark, each team must stand about a half a meter away to create what's called the channel. Now the ball must go into the channel to commence the lineout. And then after that, we have lifters and jumpers competing for that ball in the air. So since that ball is in the middle, it's fair game for everyone. Now in terms of plays, there's two ways that you can win a lineout. One is with speed, getting your man up higher and faster than the other team, or with deception, showing that you're going to jump one place and then actually jumping the other to get the defense to jump somewhere else and have an easy throw.
So you're supposed to, if it's your lineout, you're supposed to win your lineout. What's the goal when you're on defense? I mean, how many lineouts do you want to win when you're not throwing it in?
Anything you can win is a gift. You know, like a lineout, like with any restart, possession should be all but guaranteed for the attacking team. So anything that the defense gets is a gift, and they should make the most of it. On defense, your strategy can be one of many. You can try and mirror the jumper from the other team and try and find out where he's going, or you can just, again, try and use speed and height, get up, be an obstruction, get those hands out, and try to knock the ball away.
That's all we have for you guys this week. I'm Adam Black, along with Christian Boussier.
We'll see you guys next week on the Rugby Report.